Hakan ikas ngi baar jong ka dorbar mang tengka jong ka sarkar jela. Kabalaya yan news ngi kalami ikajiannya hapadang baar dan Dr. Celestin Lengdo ba Preston Tensong badu konrat kong kalsangma. Kane kajiannya kalami hadin bau ba Preston Tensong uklem ai kajubab kaban penhun halor ka jingkali balakali do baar dan halor ka jing syasiat yap jong uba Cherishterfield Thangkhiew.
Sir, I want to be specific in my cut motion. So, I would like to therefore ask a clarification from the Honorable Minister in charge Home. Who is responsible and who gave the order to eliminate late Cherishterfield Thangkhiew on that day, and whether the government will own the responsibility for its failure to arrest late Cherishterfield Thangkhiew alive. And I would also like to know from the Honorable Minister in charge Home, when will the people of Maulai, when will the family members of late Cherishterfield Thangkhiew get justice? So with these few words, sir, I resume my seat.
Be brief in your statement and be specific, since this is a cut motion.
We will try, sir. Thank you for allowing me to participate in this cut motion that has been brought by Honorable MLA Shri Arden Basayamoit. It is brought jointly with me, of course. So when we talk about the police, the men in uniform, enough has been said. Beyond their inability to do policing on the new tribe, if we look at the police force as a team, they are doing a wonderful work. Be it maintaining the traffic in our streets, be it doing duties at odd hours, and any requirements that the state require out of them. The only pity is that they are not allowed to be efficient in certain areas. So my humble appeal is to whoever ties them down, my earnest appeal is, please set them free. Let the police do their work that they are meant to do. And in adding to that, I would like to bring one serious concern of this group. All these years, the police force, the men and women in uniform, have been duly compensated for all the hard works, for all the holidays forgone, by being compensated with 1 month's basic pay in a year. But what we have learned now is that even though they have given a lot of sacrifices for their holidays forgone, they are only paid a meager sum of around 5,000, if I'm not mistaken, for 1 year. 5,000 for all the hard work that they do, I feel is an insult. If we compare staffs, officers who are in offices, staffs doing clerical kind of jobs, every Saturday is holiday, every Sunday is a holiday, every designated holidays is holiday. But all these three lists are not included for our men in uniforms. So my appeal here through you, sir, to the Honorable Home Minister in charge police, to see into their grievances. At least let us acknowledge the hard work, the sacrifices that they have made. and let us compensate them commensurating with the sacrifices that they have made. Let us not insult them. And my last appeal again is set our police force free and let them do their job. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
2023, the actual strength of Meghalaya police is 14,081. The police department is broadly divided into police ranges, district executive force, battalions and various other units. At present there are two ranges which are Eastern and Western Range, headed by an officer of the rank of DIG. 12 district executive force which are headed by an officer of the rank of Superintendent of Police. 7 battalions including the elite unit Special Force 10 which are headed by a commandant. There are 7 units within the police department which are the Special Branch, Crime Investigation Department, Directorate of Anti-Infiltration, Fire and Emergency Services, Police Training School, Meghalaya Police Academy, Meghalaya Police Radio Organization and the Law and Order Branch. Sir, the district executive forces, battalion and units perform specific functions as mandated by the Meghalaya Police Act 2010, which came into force in the month of February 2010. Sir, coming to the functions and duties of the district executive force, it is imperative to elaborate that
Excuse me, sir, point of order. So, sir, since we have very limited time, may I request the...
Mr. Speaker, Deputy Speaker, sir, the point of order, the rule, specifically has to mention under what rule the point of order is being brought in. So, point of order cannot be just brought in randomly. So, the honourable member may specifically state what the point of order is, which rule, under which rule, sir.
So, point of order, the rule 300, sir, is a point of order.
So, the point of order rule says that a member cannot raise a point of order for an explanation of his position or other aspects. It has to be a point of order shall relate to the interpretation or enforcement of these rules or such articles of the Constitution as to regulate the House, sir. So, which particular rule is he referring to, is what I'm saying, sir.
So, my request is that since the time is limited,
sir, point of order cannot be based on requests, sir, is what I'm trying to say. So, there are rules to be followed. Sir. One member cannot just simply get up and put a point of order. Sir. Let the point of order be based on the rules, sir.
Besides the
rule, you cannot just get up and ask for explanation on point of order, sir. That's my point. You're completely making a mockery out of the system, sir.
No, we are not.
They're saying that the rules should be followed and they're not following the rules
also, sir, please.
So let him give a point of order.
Go by tradition and convention also. I've been in this house, sir, for 10 years.
Sir, the rules are clear.
Go by the rules.
A point of order shall relate to interpretation of or enforcement of a rule, sir.
Please allow
Sir, coming to the functions and duties of the district executive force, it is imperative to elaborate that the district executive force is divided into 2 main divisions, which are the unarmed branch and the armed branch. Sir, the unarmed branch deals mainly with investigation of cases, regulation and management of traffic, and ensuring smooth functioning of police station, police outposts, and beat houses. Whereas the armed branch deals specifically with maintaining of peace and tranquility, ensuring safety and security of the people, protecting life and properties of the common citizen. Sir, within the district executive force, there are several other branches or sub-offices such as the district special branch, the crime branch, reserve office, motor transport office, quartermaster office, and regional branch. Furthermore, sir, within these 12 district executive forces, there are 78 police stations, including 2 crime branch police stations, 40 police outposts, 7 border outposts, and 7 beat houses, and each of these police units are manned by an officer of the rank of police inspector or sub-inspector. Sir, across these police stations, 2,942 cases were registered in the year 2022 alone, and 1,442 cases have been charge-sheeted within the same year. Sir, as mentioned earlier, there are 7 battalions within the state, out of which 2 battalions are state armed police battalions, which are the 1st MLP battalion, having its headquarters at Maoyong, and the 2nd MLP battalion having its headquarters at Gorgare. 4 battalions of the state are also known as Indian Reserve Battalions, and these are the 3rd MLP Battalion, Samseng, 4th MLP Battalion, Sokpian, 5th MLP Battalion, Samanda, and the 6th MLP Battalion, Umran. At present, the officials of the 4th MLP Battalion, Sokpian, are performing duties in the national capital. Sir, the duties performed by the officials of the battalions are mainly to fight counter-insurgency in the state, maintaining of law and order, securing of government properties, and important establishments in the state. Sir, these battalions also functions as training institutes, conducting basic training for new recruits and in-service trainings for officials of the department. Sir, moving on to the special branch deals with collation and dissemination of matters of public and political importance. The branch also deals with providing security to dignitaries, internal security matters, counter-terrorism, safeguarding of vital installations, bomb detection and disposal, and dealing with matters relating to the interstate border. The branch is not only the backbone of the police department, but also of the government machinery. Sir, coming to another specialized unit of the department, which is the Crime Investigation Department, it is worth mentioning that CID organization is headed by an officer of the rank of Superintendent of Police. CID has several important wings under its jurisdiction, and these are the NDPS cell, Women's Cell, Fingerprint Bureau, State Forensic Science Laboratory, Economic Offense Wing, Anti-Corruption Bureau, K9 Unit, State Crime Records Bureau, and the Cybercrime Wing. So these various wings and cells of the Crime Investigation Department perform specific functions such as investigation and supervision of cases relating to drugs, crime against women and children, cybercrime offences, cases relating to economic offences and corruption. So in addition to these functions, the other branches such as Forensic Science Laboratory examines biological, physical, chemical and document exhibit forwarded by investigating officers and render expert opinions which are admissible in the court. Sir, the Fingerprint Bureau not only examines exhibits...
Under Rule 300, I would like to raise a point of order, sir. So, according to Rule 157, sir, time limit for disposal of financial business, sir. In addition to the power exercisable under these rules, the Speaker may exercise all such powers as are necessary for the purpose of the timely completion of all financial business, including allotment of time for the disposal of various kinds of such business, and where time is so allotted, he shall at the appointed hour put every caution necessary to dispose of all the outstanding matters in connection with the stage or stages for which time has been allotted. So I think, sir, if we understand the timing is too limited. We have some other cut motions. So may I request, sir, the Honorable Deputy Chief Minister to be specific on the question that we have raised.
Sir, but see, I think it is good that I read out all the backgrounds, the history of the police forces, because that is very important. Especially this is the first constituted house, where I think everybody needs to know. So therefore, sir, allow me to detail and also to read out all these details This is not only for the benefit of one or two persons, but it is for the benefit of the members of this
Excuse me,
August
sir.
House.
So if the minister in the replies to the cut motions will read 15 pages, where are the queries raises only 1 or 2 or 3, I think we are wasting the time of the House, sir.
Sir, I think when I reply, not only to the movers alone, but the reply should also be for the interested of all the honorable members of this August House. That's why, sir, being the first constituted House, I would like to read out all this. But in case, sir, if suppose honorable members, the movers, says that we don't need that, then I will just lay it on the floor of the House. And this may also be kindly, ultimately withdraw your court motion. Then I will just lay it on the floor of the House, if that is agreeable, sir.
Sir,
Anyway,
Excuse
the
me,
mover
sir.
of the motions wants that it should be a little bit brief. So kindly.
excuse me, sir. Let me.
Anyway,
Excuse
the
me,
mover
sir.
of the motions wants that it should be a little bit brief. So kindly.
Excuse me, sir. Let me remind the Honorable Minister, the points raised by Arden is in relation to the Cherishterfield case. Thank you.
Sir, from the...
And the points
right-
raised by me is only about the compensation to
Sir.
the holidays foregone for the police. So we don't need to know all the histories and all those 15 pages of the write-ups.
Sir.
We request the minister to come
Sir.
specific to the points that we raise. The idea is to save the time of the House so that we can go to many other important cut motions that are still following this.
Sir, right from the opening remarks, I've already clearly said, let me read out the background of the police force in the state of Meghalaya, and then I will also come to those points raised by the honorable members. But it seems the honorable members cannot wait in a longer for days. So if possible, sir, let me place it on the table of the House with a request then that the honorable members of the court motion may kindly be withdrawn.
Sir, I think you can lay that in the table of the House after having clarified the points that we have raised. Then we can discuss about the withdrawal of the court motion.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, because this is also part of my reply. It is part of my reply, so why don't you allow me to complete this?
You can complete your reply with a...
You know, sir, because see, by debating like this, no, it
Let's
ends
try to be a
nowhere.
little bit
And
brief.
we are killing time unnecessarily, sir. We are, we are killing time unnecessarily.
Sir.
So by this time, I would have already completed one page of reading.
Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, whenever we speak,
See, there
you
is
always
additional-
remind us that the time is very short, make it short, make it short. So when the reply come also, we request that ministers will be brief, not depending on those 15 pages that have been pre-typed.
Sir, in fact, it is better
Try to be
that the
little bit
honorable
brief.
members, they get more than what they want. I think that is the blessing in this house. If they get more than what they want, nothing like it. In fact, nothing like it. Well, sir, then let me come to the
Excuse
issue.
me, sir, we do not want more than what we want.
We ask.
We only want what we requested.
Anyway, let the minister continue his reply with a...
The request is to be brief.
brief.
The request here is
Sir.
to be brief, sir.
Mr.
I
Deputy
have
Speaker,
already
sir.
requested him to.
Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir. Sir, questions are very simple to ask, because you can ask a question, what is the ECD mission? But then to explain what the ECD mission is and why we're doing it, it requires detailed explanation. So obviously, sir, the answers will always be longer, because you have to give the context of where the discussion is happening, what happened in the past, how the situation happened, what are the limitations. You'll have to explain, sir, because the people want to know. And therefore, the honorable members would like to know, but then to explain a particular point, the circumstances and the background has to be given, sir. And therefore, it is necessary for the minister to give the background of the entire situation. And therefore, it's not so simple as to just simply ask a question, why? Because when you say why, then you have to give the entire background of what this, that's when you'll understand and you'll be able to put that particular aspect of that question into context, sir. So therefore, to put it into context, there is no other way but to explain every aspect of this thing. Then you'll understand, because this is a sensitive topic. And hence, the Honorable Deputy Chief Minister is doing the right thing by giving the background. Once you understand the background, then in the context of the background, you'll be able to understand the reply better. So the Honorable Deputy Chief Minister is doing the right thing, sir. But of course, sir, I leave the decision to your wisdom, sir.
Minister concerned to continue his reply, but little bit brief his reply.
So, no,